This is bringing back so many memories to the beginning of this channel. My dogs are going absolutely fucking nuts. But I mean, if you were here, if you've been here since the beginning, if you're an OG, you're gonna remember this setup. This is the back in the day setup from 40 million years ago. At least that's what it feels like. It's just slightly higher produced. Just slightly, because apparently this phone can film in 4K, and apparently I can just export these videos on my laptop in as 4K. So slight. But anyways, I did a video like this. This is my laptop charger. I did a video like this ages ago. August 26th of this year, I posted a video titled Romanticizing My First Week Back to College or something like that. In my big brain, I was like, I want to make this a series. So for the second installment of this series, we are romanticizing midterms week. Meanwhile, there's a fucking hurricane.
Chicken.
We'd like to take a moment to announce that all our food keeps blowing up.
I can't catch a break. I am unable to catch breaks. The only breaks I catch are the brakes in my car. So, basically, today's Monday, October 7th. It is 11:33 a.m. I am not procrastinating on all my homework, okay? I have my notes in front of me before anyone's like, oh, Jess, you're procrastinating. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But today and the rest of this week is my midterms week for school. However, I literally got a message, well, my whole school did, obviously, a couple of minutes ago, stating that campus is closed until Friday. So that's fun and exciting. And the reason for this, if you're not aware for some reason, is because Florida is getting hit with a second hurricane. A second hurricane has hit Florida. Thanks, Milton. You and your 401k and your mortgage payments. Who named it Milton? Who named it Milton? The good thing about it, there's one good thing, and it only affects me, maybe other people, is that I don't have to waste gas this week. Luckily, I had some time before work yesterday to go get gas, so my tank is full. You know, well, it's kind of too late to be like, if you live in Florida, go fill up your tanks now, because it's obviously going to be posted much later on. But, yeah, as far as I know, everyone I know is well prepped for this. Well, as well prepped as you can be. You know, obviously everyone can't just evacuate Florida right now, especially because all the people I know are college students. We can't afford that. But, yeah, it's crazy. Luckily, I'm able to do pretty much all of my midterms on the computer. You know, I have my 2 online classes, which obviously those are going to be on the computer anyways. One of my classes, the one that I had this evening, moved the midterm online. I don't know what's going to happen with the midterm that I have on Thursday. Luckily, I wasn't going to have any class on Tuesday anyways, so that's that on that. This is gonna be a time. But yeah, I literally just finished a couple of minutes ago writing down my whole to-do list. It is 2 pages long. Well, to be fair, it's not like sheets like this, like 8.5 by 11. It's, you know, a little notebook like this. So, and it's not even like front and back. It's just like a page and a half of work I gotta do, mostly studying, reading, midterms. But yeah, today is gonna be a busy work day because my first midterm to kick off the season, I guess, is at 6:05 tonight. Luckily, it's only 15 questions. Unfortunately for me, I barely know what's going on. It's on the history of radio. Barely any of this is stuck in my noggin, but yeah. I will say the good thing is that, like, for the study material, he sent out this video from Modern Marvels on, like, the history of radio, how it came to be and all that. And it didn't have, like, subtitles. Like, when he sent it, it was just, like, the downloaded version that he got, which didn't have, like, any subtitles. So I went on YouTube to try and find the same episode, like, so that I could see the subtitles, because my audio processing is absolute dog shit. And I found one with all the commercials that were in between as well. So that was really fun. There's a bunch of Billy Mays OxyClean commercials in there, so slay. But yeah, I'm like halfway through the video. It's like 57 minutes long, almost like an hour, obviously, with like all the ads and stuff. Without the ads, it's like 44 minutes, and I'm currently at like 30 minutes in, so yeah. It's a time. It's a time. I have to be an academic woman, but unfortunately I'm feeling more like an academic victim, because I am taking 6 classes, which I know it doesn't sound like a lot. Like, high school me would be like cackling right now because I used to take like 8 classes in high school. But man, I'm old. I'm 21. I'm basically a senior citizen. I'm ready for retirement at this point. Except we just don't have money in Social Security anymore, thanks to Ronald Reagan, for me to actually retire. So I'm gonna be like 104 and working. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. But what they don't tell you is that these college courses that have hands, oh my god, they have hands. I feel like the thing is that obviously, like, during the school year, you get like a full year for things, so things can be spread out more during the year. With like universities and stuff, you only get like 16 weeks per semester, so you kind of just gotta cram a lot into that. So it kind of just like, you're kind of just in this like work cycle, and obviously having that with like 6 classes, like 6 times that work cycle, it's insane. I will say that the one good thing is that my partner and I fortunately had enough time from that to go on a little date for our anniversary, because our anniversary is actually the Sunday that's coming up now, October 13th, but we wanted to celebrate a little earlier because I didn't have that weekend free, and it was really nice. It was really fun. It was good to finally have some time away from the grind. Unfortunately, I have to get back into the grind. Fortunately though, I have Chaperone over there to get me through it, because my partner, the lovely person that he is, bought me a Chaperone vinyl. Unfortunately, one of the sides is just completely smooth. Because the Chaperone vinyls for The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, it's like 2 vinyls. So you have like sides A and B, and then like sides C and D, right? And then you have like all the 14 songs distributed into those 2 vinyls. But side D is just completely smooth. Like, whenever I would put like the needle on it, it would just like slide all across the vinyl, and I was like, oh, that's not how that's supposed to go. But you know what? Still a lovely gift. He also gave me wine so that I can drink. I mean, I guess luckily I don't have to drive anywhere this week, so I could just drink and do homework. It's pain and sip, but worse. Pain and sip for poor people. But yeah, I've been yapping. Gotta cut back on the yapping. Actually, I'm not gonna cut back on the yapping. You see that? Yeah. You see that right there that I'm pointing to? Tomorrow, Tuesday, I will be working on art again. Everybody rejoice. Everybody rejoice. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I know. We're getting back into it, guys. Because my university's juried exhibition is in March, and as we all know, it is currently October, so I have like 4 or 5 months to do some work. Now, if you've been on this channel, which hopefully you have been, but if you haven't been, you can check out all my other videos. You know, I've been making a lot of paintings. I've been making a lot of 11 by 14 paintings. However, I have a drawing that I want to exhibit in my noggin, because sometimes in this world, you gotta turn your trauma into artwork that you can sell. You know, who needs therapy when you can profit off of your trauma? That's so bad. But I'm excited for that though. You know, sometimes it's just good to like make art of like what you've experienced, you know, put that out there into the world, like release some of that energy, some of those thoughts, some of those feelings into like something, and hopefully it could help you contextualize some things, maybe, you know, work through some things. Which reminds me, I do have a video on this channel called Do You Wish to Proceed? I'll have it linked somewhere up here. It should probably be here. And I think that video has like 99 or 100 views today. And that is about a specific trauma of mine. So, you know, if you want to check that out, obviously there's nothing too explicit. There is some fake blood, but there's nothing too explicit. There's also fake knife, but, you know, nothing too explicit in there. So if you want to check that out, be view 100 or whatever number, I would greatly appreciate it. I am hoping to do some more stuff like that next year when my schedule is a little free, because I'm going to be taking 5 classes instead of 6. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the grind. We're grinding today because I have a midterm in like 6 hours that I have not finished studying for, and have 40 million other midterms that I have not finished studying for that are due relatively soon. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hello guys. Okay. I don't know what compelled me to say that. My dog is here staring at me. But it's like 9 a.m. I feel like I look like a cartoon character because I wore the same exact shirt in yesterday's clip, and I'm wearing it today. I just wear the same clothes every single day when I'm at home. So yeah, that's that on that. But anyways, I am here. My dog is here. Everyone say hi to the rat. She's in my bed now. But anyways, it's like 9:30 a.m. something like that. I need to get onto the grind. Today is a busy day. We have the infamous 2-page to-do list here, and I realized last night that something that I was going to do I had not added to the to-do list. It's kind of like that thing where like you already did something, or you know you're gonna do something, so you put it on a to-do list to like check it off to make yourself feel better, right? like, it can be overwhelming because it just adds more stuff to the to-do list, but then, like, you know, you already did it, or like you're going to do it already, so you know, it's like the mental satisfaction of like checking something off of your to-do list. So sadly that happened. Sadly that didn't happen actually, because I didn't put it on the list. So yeah, but I ended up doing like 6 things yesterday for my to-do list, meaning that I have 12 things left. I have to read a bunch of chapters, work on 2 proposals, read some PDFs, and yeah. That's the to-do list. I'm gonna do as much as I can today before like 4:30, because my boyfriend and I are gonna have a little virtual date tonight, so I want to get as much done as I can, and then after that I'll probably hop into drawing for a little bit, you know, sketch some stuff out first. Amanda's yapping to me. But anyways, yeah. I'm gonna tend to him, and then I'm gonna come back and yap to y'all. Okay, baddies, we're back. I just have to yell about something before I get onto the rest of my workday, because I have been seeing too many stupid takes in the past 24 hours that I have to yell at someone about, or if not, I'm just gonna go insane. Right, and as I said in my last clip, Hurricane Milton is coming. He is coming. Okay, it's like currently raining outside. Again, I'm just lucky I'm not in the direct pathway of this middle-aged white man with a 401k, because it is currently a category 5, maybe even a category 6. At some point it's going to be a category 6, maybe, hopefully not. It's gonna make landfall as a category 3. The wind speeds are like 185 and going upwards, so this is a big boy, right? And I have been seeing so many stupid takes. The 2 main ones is that this is man-made, and the other one is that people who aren't evacuating are stupid. I want to talk about the man-made one first, because it's kind of like the pronouns one. I made a video about pronouns like 4 years ago or something like that, and my verdict is basically the same here. This is literally basic science. I learned this shit in like 5th or 6th grade. This is elementary school shit. It's not hard to comprehend. When water hot, hurricane happened. It's not that difficult. And obviously, because of climate change, you know, like our summers are just getting hotter and hotter every single year. Even if you don't believe in climate change for some reason, you can feel it when you go outside and you're like, damn, it's hot as balls out here. Yeah, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, hon? Let's pull out that 5th grade science, all right? Maybe instead of like picking your boogers and drawing an eye, you should have been paying a little bit more attention, all right? And I can say all of this because I had Florida education. So if I know this shit, you should know this shit. End of, right? It is not normal to have heat, to have summers that are so fucking hot. It is not normal to have 100-degree summers. It's really not. It's really not. Right before all of these tropical storms started hitting, our temperatures were in like the 80s, 90s, hundreds, like close to the hundreds. I would get in my car sometimes and it would be over like 100 degrees in there. I was literally cooking in my car, right? Even if I had like put the shade up and everything, cooking, because it was 105 degrees in my car. That's not normal. So when you have these high degrees already, and you have, you know, the ocean going up to such high degrees, right? And the ocean doesn't cool down quickly, right? When you have all of that happening, that creates a hurricane. And the hotter that water is and continues to be, the stronger the hurricane is going to be. It is not that difficult. This was in 6th grade textbooks. I remember sitting in 6th grade and learning about this shit. Right? So I don't know why y'all are acting like it's this big conspiracy theory that all these like Dems and whatever are creating hurricanes and shit. Because at the end of the day, it's just people blocking policies that would have been able to mitigate how big these hurricanes get and how strong these hurricanes get. And I want you to guess what party that's been. You know, and again, I'm not like a dick rider for the Dems. I don't like the Dems either. Trust me, a lot of their stances put me off. Like their stance on Palestine currently. Not slay. But people have been trying to do stuff to mitigate the impact of these hurricanes. You know, and again, the fact as well that we've had tropical storm after tropical storm after tropical storm, because we had Hurricane Helene like less than 2 weeks ago, right? And luckily, where I'm at wasn't really impacted, but the Appalachia area was severely impacted. North Carolina, parts of it were severely impacted, and they still are. You know, there's a bunch of debris all over, and now they have a new tropical storm hurricane coming, right? Some areas don't have power or water at all, and they haven't had it for days. People can't go in or out, right? So you have that. Now you have Milton, and apparently there's another one coming behind Milton. You know, and the ocean isn't gonna get any cooler. So, yeah. But speaking of people getting in and out, evacuations. Now, a lot of people are super dumb and hate red states. And I just want y'all to remember there are people in red states. I know that sounds so crazy. I know that. But people have this like notion that because red states are red, we shouldn't care about them for some reason. And I want to point you to a zoomed in election map. If you look at a zoomed in election map of red states, you will notice that a lot of the major cities are blue. Miami is a blue city. All of the major and well-known cities here and all over the other red states are blue. Texas in 2020 was nearly completely blue. And then y'all just didn't give a fuck about them when they froze over, which is also not normal. Just pointing that out there. Right? But you have to remember that there are actually people here, and a lot of people that don't agree with the policies that are in place and the people that are currently in place. Right? And even if they did, you should still care about us. You shouldn't like sit here and be like, well, they brought it upon themselves. We didn't bring shit upon ourselves. We weren't voting for a hurricane. We were voting for politicians. You know? And I've also been seeing people being like, oh, you know, like, they're just being so stupid that they can't evacuate. Tell us, how are we going to evacuate? Sit us down right now. Because in places that are currently going to be impacted, such as Tampa, the Tampa airport is closed right now. They closed today at 9 a.m. and it's past 9 a.m. So that's closed. People can't fly. People can't fly out of the state. If people have cars, people who have cars, maybe they don't have gas in their tank. Or even if they do, where are they supposed to go? I mean, my gas tank is full, but I could not make the road trip from here to Georgia. Not to mention, all of the major highways and all of the major streets right now are currently congested because of how many people are trying to evacuate, right? And again, like the average trip from here to the next state over, Georgia, is like 8 hours, which with all the streets being congested, with everything being congested, it's going to take 16 hours. You are not going to get there on a full tank of gas. I can guarantee you that. You're not. And I know this because I drive like 2 hours to and from school, like 3 to 4 times a week. And my gas is almost nearly depleted by the end of the week. So you're not going to get there with a full tank of gas. And where are you going to get gas? There's no gas in the state. So even if you have an electric vehicle, where are you going to charge it? You know, and that's for people who have cars. People who don't have cars, how are they supposed to evacuate? Homeless people, how are they supposed to evacuate? You know, people who have children or pets, how are they supposed to evacuate? Where are we supposed to go? Hotels? Personally, I would rather just stay in my house. And there's people going to Disney right now on vacation. Because y'all are dumb and selfish. Y'all are just dumb and selfish. I want to have my vacation. If you don't stop playing in my damn face. You're telling people to evacuate the state while people are coming into the state. Maybe focus on those people. Maybe focus on the people coming to us for their stupid little vacation. Then focusing on the people who cannot and do not have a way to safely evacuate the state. Because evacuating the state is also extremely expensive. And with people living paycheck to paycheck, there is absolutely no way someone can afford to get a full tank of gas or get a rental car if they can somehow find one, right? Get food, supplies, and get, go to a different state, gas if they can afford it or if they can find it, right? Go to a different state, stay in a hotel in that different state for a couple of days, and then, get gas to be able to come back to us. Some people are extremely lucky and fortunate to have family living outside of the state that they could go to, right? But a lot of people don't have that. And again, our closest state is Georgia, which was just wrecked by Helene. So you sit here and tell me where are people supposed to go? Where are people supposed to go and how are they supposed to do it? And then there's people being like, oh, looters. You think someone is going to go to a severely flooded area to go steal a laptop or something? You think someone is going to break into a house because, I say house, because it's just bricks and plywood on the damn floor. There's no structure anymore to it. And they're going to go steal something? They're going to go to an Apple store that was probably destroyed and steal something? Most of the time when y'all say looters, it's just regular ass people going to the supermarket to try and get food. Because they don't have any. And they don't have any money to pay for it. Or even if they did, why would you pay for something that's going to go bad? Because the refrigerators don't work anymore. That's what y'all call looters. People trying to survive. And that's that on that. That's that on that. I'm going to go before I get even more heated by y'all just being dumb and wrong. Because that's what y'all are. Just dumb and wrong. Sitting privilegedly in your house. Just being dumb and wrong. and thinking you're so smart and, you know, brave for this hot take of like, people should just evacuate. The hurricane is man-made. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna get on the grind because someone has to work here, because that brain of yours isn't. Poodles.
This one for them good girls straight masterpiece. Well, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it.
Well, baddies, it might be over. Jover, as some may say. I don't want to do absolutely anything because I got my period a couple of hours ago and I just want to rot in bed. I just want to rot in bed so bad. But the grind never stops. The grind never stops. Might rot in bed. Might edit. Might draw.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Wow, look at me at my actual setup, sort of. There's a hole in the wall for my LPS video. I didn't make that for that video. That has been there since like high school and it's just never been fixed. But anyways, it's currently Wednesday. I have knocked some stuff off of my to-do list. Luckily, thank God, it's 11 a.m. I want to run in bed, but the grind never stops, unfortunately. I'm not allowed to take a break even when there's category 5. Yeah, I think it's still category 5. Hurricane outside. That's still going to be a hurricane even after it passes land. Which is fun and exciting and totally not scary at all. But, the to-do list. Everything is almost done. This is so slay. I have like 8 things left. Like 2 assignments I need to complete and then like a whole bunch of readings. I more than likely already added in some photos from what I did last night, which is not bed rotting. I built a fucking easel. Okay, so basically, like a month ago, I think at this point, I bought an easel that was like $10, right? And I was like, this is a steal. Because I had bought the tabletop one that you guys see in a lot of my videos and all that stuff. I bought the little tabletop one, but I didn't think the tabletop one would be able to accommodate my massive drawing board. So when I saw this massive easel for like $10, I was like, I'm in, sign me up, right? And I started building it one day, totally not because I was procrastinating on my homework, right? But I started building it, I got frustrated, and I put it in my closet for a better time to finish. And luckily I had some time last night to continue grinding that out, and I did. And it's fully built, and hopefully tonight I'll be able to make my first piece on it, which is so exciting. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so cool. But yeah, we have the easel running. I need to do more reading because I have a lot of stuff that I have been pushing off from reading because I simply haven't had the time because of school. Don't be me and take 6 courses in university. Don't. Take like 4 or 5 if you're able to make your schedule. If you're not, thoughts and prayers to you. But if you are, don't take at least 1 more after you're like full-time, right? At least at how it works in my school, to like have your scholarships and whatnot, you have to be full-time. So full time for us is like 4 courses because it's like 12 credit hours, and most of them are like 3 credit hours each. So it's like 4 courses. 5 is like, you know, okay, like you're pushing it a little, but you know, you're still good. You're not gonna die. 6 hurts. 6 hurts. But yeah, it's grind time. Maybe I'll see you guys later as I work on some things. So yeah, toodles. Also, yes, I am wearing a different Savannah shirt. both of these are stolen from my boyfriend. I love him so much. He's so great. Toodles.
Driving.